Assalamu alaikum, how are you all? So let's begin another video. As promised, I will be talking about how to hook your reader, how to start your essay. Okay, now keep in mind that the beginning of any essay should be your best work, because you want to hook your reader, you want your reader to read on. Obviously, your examiner has to read on whether they want to or not, but an interesting opening will develop this thought in their mind that this is a great writer, and they will read with interest, and that obviously will affect your mark. So hooking your reader is very important. All kinds of essays, whether they're argumentative, narrative, descriptive, they need to start with a good opening. All right, so let's just look at a few ways to open an essay. You have described the setting. Now, normally for a descriptive essay, I would say that we use this technique to describe the setting, right? You can also use this for argumentative. I mean, you can describe a setting and then go on to develop a thesis statement and so on. You can use it for narrative, right? It's a very good and effective way of opening a narrative essay. All right, contrast past and present. I would say argumentative or even maybe narrative. You're looking at different scenarios that happened in the past and then what's going on in the present and so on. So it'll be a good way to open a narrative or a descriptive or an argumentative essay. Reveal a secret or make a candid observation. This can be for narrative. It can also be used for argumentative, because revealing a secret could also be a fact. It could also be a conspiracy theory, right? So you could also use it there. Whatever you're talking about, you connect it with your topic. Don't be talking about something that is disconnected with your topic. It has to be something to do with what you're about to further write on. Okay, use the historical present tense. Again, it could be descriptive, narrative, as well as argumentative. It depends on your creativity. I mean, essay writing is all about your creativity. If you aren't creative, then what are you doing here? Okay, you have to be a creative writer. Delay. Delay would normally be used, I would say, in narrative, where you're trying to create suspense. You could use short sentences. You could use one-word sentences. Breathe, full stop. Stop, full stop. Crash, full stop. So you could develop this kind of suspense in your narrative writing. Present your thesis as a recent discovery. This is obviously argumentative and nothing else. And we're also going to look at a structure of an argumentative essay. Possibly, no, not in this video. I'll make another video for that. Anyway, describe an incident, narrative, descriptive. State an interesting fact, argumentative. Also maybe descriptive, narrative, depends on your creativity. Pose a question, rhetorical question. It could be used for descriptive, narrative, and argumentative. Depends on how you use that question. And of course, link it to your topic. State your thesis, definitely argumentative. Describe a process, descriptive. Open with a riddle or a joke, narrative. Maybe even descriptive or I wouldn't say argumentative, but descriptive maybe. Contrast image and reality, descriptive. So these are just some ways of opening your essay, but keep in mind the opening should be good, it should be creative, it should capture your reader's attention, and also prepare them for what's following, right? Similarly, I would like to talk about the closing at this point in time, even though I don't have a screen ready for that. But if your opening is good and effective, and your main body has really developed a very nicely written essay, but your closing fails you, then your examiner will not be happy, because that's the time they give you the mark. So just as creative you are with the opening, you should be creative with the closing of your essay. All right? Why not just give me a minute? We may not have a visual for this, similar to, let's read this. Let's read this down here. Okay? Include a brief summary of the paper's main points. Well, that's a very easy and safe way to close any essay, right? Ask a provocative question, another rhetorical question. This could be for argumentative. Use a quotation. Evoke a vivid image. Call for some sort of action. End with a warning. Universalize, right? Suggest results of consequences. You could also end on a cliffhanger. You're leaving this unfinished thought. You could also end with a twist. It's a story, and suddenly you write, and then I woke up. So the reader is reading the story, thinking that this happened to the character and so on, and then you're like, and then I woke up. So there could be a number of ways to close. A summary of the main points could be used for argumentative. Evoke a vivid image could be used for descriptive. End with a warning could be used for narrative and descriptive and argumentative. So it all depends on your creativity. The whole idea is for you to be as creative as possible. Do not take essay writing lightly. Examiners are impressed with good writers, and they are very willing to give you marks. You can get an A star. Make a plan. Make a plan of your essay. I know students find it very hard to make a plan, but go ahead, make a plan. And even if you're not sticking to the plan, what if you're unable to finish the essay on time? What if the essay isn't as good as you thought it would be, but your plan is there? So your examiner will not mark the plan, but when they read it, they'll be impressed, and they'll be like, okay, fine, I can see that there was this structure that was following. Maybe the student didn't have enough time, and they'll consider that when they're giving the mark for the essay. So when you write the plan, don't cancel it with that one pencil across. Let it be, even though it's untidy. It could be a web, it could be a flowchart, it could be a word bank, it could be a chronology of your points. Whatever it is, let it be, let it stay there. Get as many marks as you can grab out of your examiner. All right, use all the tools that you have. Anyway, so best of luck. I hope that you understood how to hook your reader, and now you have understood how to end your essay. Yes, it all depends on creativity. Just by watching this video and just by listening to me for a couple of minutes will not be enough. Write essays, have someone check those essays. You can leave the essays in the comment section. I'll check them for you. I will help you as much as I can with the little time that is left before your O-levels. Best of luck. Don't fear. Just plan, get started, and get it done. You'll do fine. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz. Good